the bus stopped in front of my house on the corner of Oak and Mill, and we were aware that blacks had to remove themselves. The signs were in the buses. You couldn't cross a certain line when you were seating there, and if whites got on the buses, you had to move to the rear of the bus. And sometimes I was familiar with people paying their money at the front of the bus and then going around to the back just to get on the bus. And I've had heard several rumors that sometimes when the person got around to the back, the bus driver just pulled off. I never witnessed that, but I have witnessed them paying at the front and then having to go to the back to get on the bus. When the bus boycott began in '55, I was still in high school. I graduated in '59. So when I was late for school, I used to run out and catch the bus and get on the bus and go to Carver. But once the bus boycott began, when I was late, I had to hustle and try to get there the best I could. So, well, we knew that our parents had to stand a lot, and there were seats on the bus. So we were aware of the discrimination. And of course, we wanted to do everything we could to participate. So whatever we could do, in fact, when the marchers came through Montgomery, the group that I worked with, we were in the basement of Mount Zion Church. We passed out delicacies to the marchers. So we participated in the movement by helping keep the marchers comfortable. So everything that the youth could do, we got together and did it, trying to make things easier for our parents, because if we made things easier for them, of course, it would be easier for us as well. But we young folks did quite a bit in the movement. It was very enthusiastic for us because we got to hear Martin Luther King and see Martin Luther King. And I never will forget, one day I was walking in the neighborhood and he was at a service station getting gas, and I saw him standing there, and he looked at me and I just stood frozen because I had not been that close to him one-on-one. Of course, I'd been that close to him in churches, but it was just amazing to see this man in person that I'd never been that close to before. So we were very involved. We knew what was going on, and we tried to make sure everybody, if anybody talked about getting on a bus, they would get a whole lot of remarks from us that they wouldn't want to hear.